Welcome back to SFA Now. I am your host, Luke Hamilton. On today's episode, we are going to get an exclusive insight of the newest building on the block. The STEM building is advancing the field of science, technology, engineering, and math here at SFA. From laboratories and planetariums, the STEM building seems to have it all. I am here with Dr. Childs, the Dean of Science and Mathematics at SFA, who will be telling us about the new STEM building on campus. It is a pleasure to have you in the studio, Dr. Childs. So tell us a little bit about your position here at the college and what brought you here to SFA.
Okay. Well, I've been at SFA now for 23 years. I came as an assistant professor of mathematics and then promoted through the ranks and became associate dean of the college and then dean of the college. I also serve as the executive director of the STEM Research and Learning Center. So I have a dual role, really, on campus right now, and love doing what I do. We are the college that houses the STEM disciplines. So when we say science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, we have all of those disciplines within our college.
So go ahead and tell us a little bit about the science and mathematics here at SFA and how they're so unique and the opportunities that students get through it.
I will. We have all of the sciences within our college. So we start biology, chemistry, biochemistry, computer science, geology, mathematics and statistics, physics, engineering and astronomy, and nursing. We've got it all. So when students are looking for a program within the STEM disciplines, they can come to SFA and find exactly what they want, whether it's undergraduate or graduate.
And so with SFA just really having it all in the mathematics and science department, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the STEM building here. What went into making such a beautiful building here on campus?
I love talking about the STEM initiative and the STEM building. Our STEM initiative on this campus started really about 2000, 2001. After listening to the national conversation about STEM education and STEM reform, we started thinking more seriously here about things we need to be doing to promote science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So at that point, we began building programs and making sure that our students were getting the best of the best with what we had in cutting-edge research and curriculum development within those disciplines. So we started thinking about the best delivery of some of this content. And that meant when you look at facilities, it would be great to have a facility that would speak STEM, that would talk about science before you ever even enter the building. So we started thinking about a tuition revenue bond. And our president went forward with that request to the Texas legislature, and we put in a $46.4 million tuition revenue bond to build this wonderful, iconic Ed and Gwen Cole STEM building. And you can see it is a fabulous building. It's got everything in it you could possibly imagine. The programming of it was exciting. We actually looked at what the needs were and programmed that building for our students. The building was designed for the students of SFA.
So can you tell us a little bit about the unique aspects of the STEM building? It's a state-of-the-art building like you just mentioned. It's got a lot of new features. What's kind of new to the university setting with the technology we have now through the STEM building?
I will. It is probably the very highest tech building on the campus. We did a lot of touring of other facilities across the state. What we knew we needed was a planetarium. We knew we needed a planetarium that was not only for entertainment, but was also for teaching. And so we did program the 52-foot dome planetarium, which is quite unique. You won't see another one like it in this region. But we also knew we needed the equipment and research equipment and teaching equipment that brings us up into the modern time. And so we programmed the labs in such a way that our computer science labs and our physics and engineering and astronomy labs and all of the multi-purpose labs have the very best state-of-the-art equipment. And of course, I believe we have the very best state-of-the-art instruction.
Now, personally, I love the planetarium. I've been able to go out there and actually see a couple of shows in it. Can you tell us a little bit about the planetarium, the unique opportunities that students and even non-students get through it?
Absolutely. This building is open a lot, as you know, during the week, not just for our students, but also for community members and for public schools. I just, walking over here today, walked through the atrium, and there was a group of public school children that were waiting to get into the planetarium. They looked to be about first or second grade. So we entertain all the way from first grade to adulthood and senior adults and beyond. We have shows that are they're selected carefully to meet the demands of our public and what they need, as well as the demands of our students. One thing that's very unique about the planetarium is that it is a teaching facility as well. So we have software packages that can run through the planetarium that will actually enable our teaching of sciences and mathematics within that particular structure.
And kind of building off of that, we know that the Research and Learning Center does have the K through 12 outreach programs. Can you tell us a little bit about what SFA does through those programs?
Yes.
It seems like a lot of great opportunities for students.
It is. We have opportunities for students all through the K-12 system as well as into the college level. Let's talk a little bit about K-12. We start with children that are, we call little STEM jacks, and so they are ages 6 to 11, and we bring those students in the summer for a few days of exciting math and science, and then we go on to we look at the middle school level and we talk about things that the students at that level are interested in. And so we have a good time with those students. The thing that's unique about this is that whether it's little STEM jacks or it's the elementary middle ages, we have those students in the classrooms and in the laboratories with our professors and our master teachers. Now when you get to the secondary level, we have a very high profile program called the SFA STEM Academy. And we run that academy through Nacogdoches and Lufkin ISDs. As of the next fall semester, we will have a total of about 300 very, very talented high school students in the pipeline coming to us, working in the building, in our labs, and in our classrooms.
And so when those kids come into the planetarium, can you kind of tell us their experience with it, what their faces look like when they see the new planetarium, things like that? I'm sure it's kind of overwhelming for them.
It is. I have seen everything from being afraid, you know,
Right.
to because they don't know what to expect, and so they're a little bit afraid as they walk in, and it's a little dark, and but the shows are designed in such a way that they capture the attention regardless of the age level. And so whether it's a show about Big Bird or if it's a show about the dark universe, we try to capture the attention of the student where they are and of the adult where they are.
And sort of the college students here on campus, they seem to be spoiled with the STEM building if they get the opportunity to have classes in there. What are their experiences like from your perspective?
I want every student on this campus to have the opportunity to spend time in the STEM building. It is designed for you, our students. We put huddle spaces and study spaces all over the building. They're in the corners of the building. They're on every floor. We want you to come and plug in and sit there and study and talk and learn together with other students. So that's the design of the building. As far as the availability of it, we want students of all ages to come to the building. We want them to be able to enjoy the features that are built in for a reason. It's exciting to me when I walk in and I see students all over the atrium. When I look in the huddle spaces and I see students in there studying. When I drive by on the weekend and I look in the glass areas that are the huddle spaces and see the students, it is clearly meeting the need of our students in 2019.
And just speaking on the student success here, talking to some of the students around here, obviously they enjoy what you just mentioned, being able to go in there, the environment of it, having that quiet area to go study. Can you talk about sort of the goal of the department and some of those goals that have already been met through the building?
Yes, in fact, the building was designed as a clean space. And what I mean by that is we have areas for robotics instruction. We have areas to build. The makerspace is incredibly popular because students go in and they actually design and build. They think about it, they talk about it, they design it, and they build it, and then they try it out. So it is a wonderful space for learning. It's a space for our students to really get together and enjoy.
And from a department's perspective, even from your perspective even, what's your favorite part about the STEM experience, whether it's something physically in the building or just something from the student perspective?
My favorite part about it has got to be the study spaces, the huddle spaces. Seeing the students enjoy them in the manner in which they were designed is very uplifting. It's very exciting to me. The building was built for our students, and we see that they're enjoying it immensely.
We really appreciate you having you in the studio today. It's been an absolute pleasure, Ms. Childs. The STEM building, it's been around for a little while now, but there's sure going to be a lot of students getting to experience that building soon. Well, what students think about the new STEM building and all its great features. So let's go ahead and take a look at the STEM building in action.
This 86,736 square feet facility opened their doors to all local STEM students during the fall semester of 2018. The Ed and Gwen Cole STEM building is a home to classrooms or marker spaces and research labs that support areas of study in physics, engineering, astronomy, computer science, information technology, and other STEM fields.
My favorite thing in the STEM building is the new SFA planetarium because it gives the students as well as the local children a chance to learn about the solar system and astronomy. I also like the proto labs where kids and students can make
The STEM building seems to have a lot of cool attractions and organizations for all ages. I think I'll have to go check it out again. For more information on the STEM building, you can find them at SFA's website at sfasu.edu, or you can visit them at 1720 Clark Boulevard in our very own Nacogdoches, Texas. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of SFA Now. I am your host, Luke Hamilton, and we will see you next time.